Okay, my deck is bounded on obviously a house wall with a good concrete foundation and a ledger board. On the one side of it is the stairway down, we'll call that the stair side, and on the other side of it is an angle because of a rule the county has for how close we can get to our property line, so we'll call that the angle side. And we've got the big deck with the ledger board at that end, a middle beam here, and some big posts, and another beam for the end, a bit of a cantilever on the other side. Our goal was to have the downspouts drain here, and the contractor said that should be okay. And we were going to do like a gutter, to run it somewhere. I understand from talking to Griff that that's not your recommendation for how to handle the extra length, but anyway, that's what our original plan was. To go back to this, kind of start in one place. Well, actually, let's start where they started. Excuse me. I think they started putting the RainEscape up on this end of it, and it's what they did on the angles was cut the ends. That may be all you can do. You may have other recommendations. You can clearly see here that this one, they could have put I think a downspout on it, but they didn't. Maybe they didn't have enough, but they stapled it up to the side of the joist on both sides. So it's clearly pulling out and dumped its weight. Because they didn't use the guidelines, your score marks on the RainEscape, they didn't get that perfect gradual slope that you guys put those on there for. And when I asked them about it retaining water, as I kind of tried it out and tested it before they put the decking on, then they went back and installed these blocks where they needed to try to encourage water to flow. That kind of solved the problem initially, maybe, but not totally. But to the point we said, okay. And then it got, over time as things have changed, maybe there's water puddled in these guys and it's sagging between the blocks. So that's just going to make anything not on top of the joist worse off, I think. You can definitely see they didn't do the you're supposed to take a screen installation tool, window screen installation tool, and run it down the center to encourage a low line down the center of the RainEscape, and they didn't do that, obviously, because you can tell how smooth it is here. As they moved along, they did get a little different. For some reason, they did a wacky thing right there to start one off. I don't know why. And they got marginally better at the installation process as they moved along. At some point, like I told Griff, I think they realized they needed to be using the marks, but as I move along the deck, there's a weirdness here. I can't explain why they did. I think this doesn't have any slope here at first. Maybe it's flat on top of the ledger board, maybe that's okay, but for some reason they have some of these, like this one, they have the edge of the RainEscape from this piece here. It overlaps this joist, and it has additional overlap that goes beyond and sticks out this side of it. So I don't know if that side is stapled into the top of the joist or not. I can't see the score marks, so maybe not, who knows. It's very strange. And that's done in only some places. I don't know, why. Here's this, it's no pattern. Here's one that has it on one side of things, and then another right next to it, another one that has this weird lapped piece, and then this does not. It's obviously all the same product, so it's strange. And then one it's not here. Now, turning around, I'm facing away from the house, my back to the ledger board side, stairs on my left. You can see the sags and buckles and whatnot. This one in particular is pretty easy to see. I think this block here is definitely higher than the RainEscape here. And there's the water that's puddling in it. Here's another one. Oh, that's a lot of water. I can feel much more weight. I'm concerned about the health issues there of mosquitoes and bacteria. You know, people eat on a deck and food and such. Moving forward. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see this. This is tape along the side of a piece of RainEscape, and it goes down up in there, and I can kind of see, maybe that's the edge of some adhesive from your tape, I'm not sure. You see this trough is actually like a W shape, the cross section. The center is high and the sides are low. There's a staple that is being ready to pull out, and there's another staple that's being pulled out. Oh my gosh, okay, I see. They used the tape on top of the joist to go over the RainEscape edge, and then so down from the inside edge of the RainEscape up over the joist without putting the joist, the RainEscape on top of the joist in this case, and then stapled through the tape and the RainEscape. And this is down on the farther end of things where I thought they had learned how to do it by then. And you can see your adhesive of your tape running all the way down there. Speaking of adhesive, right, oh shoot, there's another piece of your adhesive where it doesn't belong, but only a short length of it. I don't know if that's too dark to see there. You can see, I don't know why it's just a short piece of length of the tape instead of all the way. In this case, I'm turning around, back facing the wall again. Here's an overlap that starts out as a small, narrower piece. It's a narrower piece. And as we work our way back towards the foundation wall, you can see it gets wider and wider and wider. So we tried to do something there to establish slope. I'd wager every one of these troughs is full of water. These are, I think, a county required structural item, and so it's understandable to have a weird non-standard piece of RainEscape there. You may have a technique it was supposed to be done to cope with that, but anyway, that I can kind of forgive. And then lastly, I think, here is a pretty good one. This is where the piece of RainEscape, because it's a 20-foot run, that's about a 4-foot extension where they spliced it together and they taped it, and the tape piece is sitting on top of the, you know, not on top, the tape piece is sitting, inside the RainEscape. No, outside the RainEscape, but maybe inside as well. And then when we look closely at that, we can see more of your adhesive up there coming over. On this section here is the left, there's a joist, and then there's an edge of that piece of RainEscape sticking over, and then a piece of adhesive, or a chunk of adhesive area of your tape that has been exposed as the RainEscape has begun to fall and pull away, followed by the buckled RainEscape, because there is a bunch of water inside that, and there there's, you know, staples making their way out. And because of the length of the deck is consistent, except for that angle end, we have those splices on above pretty much every, not pretty much, above every one of these blocks here. Okay. Going to there. Sometimes I have to move the camera to where the automatic exposure will darken. And let us see. It doesn't want to focus, but I think you see that in the photographs. Finally, the pièce de résistance is this fallen one. That was our first clue, followed by the next fallen one, which is our second clue. Actually, it wasn't our first clue, but it was the fallen pieces were confirmation that it was botched. And then we've got all the downspouts at the end here. And that is our deck. The Trex on top looks beautiful, and we like it very much. We have a concern that if there's any way to fix this, you obviously got to pull up your decking, and how do you make sure that you get it to lay down again in the right order so that you don't have to recut into smaller pieces, which would look not very good. You know, we've got quite long runs of the Trex decking, and you know, I mean, that's the best look really, and we want to maintain it. So thank you for hanging in with our video, and I'll get this off to you as well, or put it up on YouTube where you can see it.